Hello, I'm Edwin de Jong, one of the analysts of Edison's tech team, and I am happy to introduce JDC Group to you. We are joined here with Mr. Sebastian Grabmaier, CEO of the company. Mr. Grabmaier, JDC Group's profile has gone through a radical shift in the last years, from mostly a broker pool for insurance contracts with an advisory practice to a full-blown online insurance platform. Could you explain what has triggered this shift, the role of the regulatory environment, and how you approach the market now?
Yeah, that's right, Edwin. I think business models work best that really focus on the client. And when we look at ourselves as clients, what do we really want? We want a financial home where all of our needs and all that we want to do with finance is in one point. And this does not exist in the insurance industry yet. So because the insurance industry is trailing in digitizations to all other markets over 10 to 15 years. If you look in our investments, then we're now used to use platforms that our banks has all of the investment funds in place and not only own products, but all of the products in the markets. And we would not expect them to ask us to use paper anymore. That's how we did it 15 years ago. We sent a paper order and then we got a confirmation 1 week later. And in the insurance industry, it's exactly that. We still accept as customers that also the very big insurers, they just accept paper only, and then they send paper only. And this will definitely change. So we as JDC changed already from a marketing product platform into a full tech stack that really targets these customers who want to do it digital and all the product providers who want to do digital, such saving 80 to 90% of all the cost that is done by paper transactions.
Thank you. Maybe could you explain in a little bit more detail on how your business model works and how scalable it is? How do you make your money?
Yeah, so basically we built a machine that takes up all the data that comes from, in Germany, more than 200 insurance companies, all the asset management platforms, all the alternative asset providers, and all the banks. So we load the data into our systems, we process the data, and then we throw it out to visualizing systems, via our CRM, customer relationship management systems, to all kinds of intermediaries, via our smartphone apps to all kinds of clients. So we have banks, we have insurance companies, we have all the big sales force, we have individual agents and brokers, more than 16,000 of them that use our platform today. And that's basically the core of the business model.
Can you maybe give a specific example of how this would work?
Sure. So if you look at the German market alone, that's 437 million insurance contracts. So that's more than 10 insurance contracts per household. And then this is distributed or in a very fragmented market, because a normal German household has 6 to 7 advisors on insurance. That's the bank, one agent, a friend, a broker. And this means that no household basically has a 360-degree view on its insurance cover. And that's the change of our platform use. Then if we are embedded in any app, multi-banking app or banking app, then the customer not only sees his investment portfolio, but also the insurance portfolio, and can have a very good decision on what insurance to add or what to optimize. For the intermediary, that's very beneficial as well, because next to the data that we collect from the insurance company, we also collect the commission. So every contract for a private client means 30 euro in commission, because you, Edwin, as a insured person, you pay premium to the insurers, and out of your 100 euro premium, 20 euros is paid as commission on average to the intermediary who sold you the contract once. And out of this commission, out of these 20 euros, we collect it from the insurer. That means on average 30 euro per contract, and then we split it with the participant who uses our app or uses our technology, and then we keep about 20% of that within our system. So if you want to say it in numbers, about €6, €6.50 per contract stay without in our platform. But what we do is we aggregate many insurance platforms. So contracts, we now have 3.6 million contracts on the platform, and each of them pays in onto the platform earnings. So, and that's exactly the same what happened in the investment industry, where over time, first investment was sold, but then most of the bigger players just aggregated all the investment funds up to now, where the big platforms have like a 30-40% market share of all investment contracts in the market. And companies like Clearstream or Euroclear, they make most of the transactions in the market. And that's exactly where we want to go.
And lately, the share price got a significant boost from the announcement of the cooperation with Provincial, I guess, especially Provincial, and Finansguru. And before that, there were deals with Lufthansa, BMW, Comdirect, and several more. What triggers these companies to cooperate with a relatively small player like you are at the moment? How important are these large contracts for you going forward? And how many clients are you able to transfer? Are there more of these contracts in the pipeline?
Yeah, so our platform is highly scalable, and that's very important. So we specialized early on all the big intermediaries in the market. So all the corporate brokers, such as Lufthansa's broker Albatros, or so BMW's brokers Bavaria, or at the brokers of the big banks. So today we have our footprint in the savings banking sector, in the cooperative banking sector, in the business banking sector, and we provide these insurance services to the big intermediaries. And until now, we are the platform that wins all the tenders out there, because we can not only provide the IT stack and the data, but also the services behind them and an industrial type of servicing and production. That means all the regulatory backdrop, GDPR, data protection, very, very important. Compliance, legal. We have two licenses in the company, both in Germany and in Austria. So we are used to fulfill the needs of these corporate and also institutional clients, with all the regulation in place for insurance companies and banks. And this is why we're the first choice in platform for these customers.
Where would you see your company stand in 5 years' time?
Yeah, so you see that we're not only growing, but also growth is picking up speed, right? So we're growing in faster steps. And then if you look at the Provincial deal only, Provincial is a public insurer behind 120 savings banks in Germany. So from this deal alone, we will get 100 savings banks that will this will onboard our platform, then use our platform as their third-party insurance provider for both data and transactions. This means only that this will make up to 100 million in turnover, that's commission coming to our platform. So this always means with this deal alone, we're almost doubling the turnover, the commission income of JDC. So, but there's a huge pipeline that was part of the question, a huge pipeline of other big market participants, other public insurers, other insurance. So we're quite sure to double our turnover in at least 5 years. And then we will multiply earnings as the platform is highly scalable and it's becoming more and more efficient. So what you could see is out of 2020 numbers, whenever we grow only by 10%, because this was the COVID-19 year, you will see that the earnings go up 40% if you just deduct the one-offs, and in a normal growth at least more than 20%. So I think we have here a scalable platform that can really transact high volume, and this we are the choice of all these bigger market participants.
Right. Very clear. Thank you very much, Mr. Grabmaier.
Thank you, Edwin.